Growing up, I have always wanted to teach. What exactly, I wasn't quite sure yet, but I knew that one day I would know exactly where I belonged. I did not succeed at all in math. I was no science genius and had no passion for history. I was really confused and thought that maybe education was not the way to go. However, I did not let this get me down as I knew one day it would be evident where I belonged. Through this time, I started to enjoy English projects we did in class. I found reading a new novel exciting and found being able to apply the way I viewed the novel in a fun project while seeing the way others viewed it insightful. However, I was not sold still on the idea of being an English teacher as I did not have the passion for it yet. That all changed, however, when I went to high school. I could barely keep a new book down and learned about different time periods of the books that I would have breezed over in history. It was like going to a whole new world, which I found absolutely fascinating. With this growing love, I knew that this was the path for me, but I did not exactly have an inspiration for this school yet. My high school teachers changed all of that for me. With the engaging atmosphere my teachers gave me, I knew that I wanted to achieve this type of atmosphere in my classroom. They made English fun and enjoyable and made me not dread going to English class. But there was one teacher that stood out from all the rest, and her name was Mrs. Muller. Mrs. Muller was my freshman English teacher, and she changed the way I have viewed English that year. Before entering her class, I believed that the concept of English class was fun, but not many teachers could execute that in the way they taught. They always turned to boring presentations on PowerPoint, books about the time period we had to answer questions on, and anything else they could find. However, that was not how Mrs. Muller ran her class. The way she ran her classroom was purely through her love of English and wanting full-heartedly for her students to see that also. She always put her heart into every novel we read and tried to make the experience as fun and easy as possible. With movie clips, articles, and talking it through with us, she made sure that we all knew what we were reading and talking about. She also gave us creative freedom in the projects that she gave us, giving us only a few guidelines to go by each. She made sure to cater to students that needed her help and listen to feedback her students gave to her about certain projects. But what was most unique about her class was her caring attitude for her students and honestly wanting to know what was happening in their lives. She was also supportive of her students in all their extracurricular endeavors, from buying t-shirts of their team sport to going to events. Her class helped me realize the unique opportunities teachers have. To be able to know that you're teaching the leaders of not only our nation but the world is a humbling and mind-boggling concept. I also learned that there is nothing more rewarding than seeing a child succeed at something, which is something I will get the honor of seeing every day. I will also get the amazing experience of helping others improve on their weaknesses and capitalizing on their strengths. I hope and strive that my classroom is like Mrs. Muller's, a place where students can express their creative freedom, have a say in how they feel comfortable the class be run, and learn through things other than just an assignment from a book. I strive for a class that is hands-on and makes the students actually engage themselves into what they are doing. But in the end, the greatest thing a teacher can do is show their students their passion and love for what they are teaching, and with that, make every student feel accepted. I am thankful for my time with Mrs. Muller, and hope that I can take these principles I learned from her out to my own classroom, while showing that my love for English came through the books I was reading in class and hopefully having a snowball effect on my students. Just like Albert Einstein simply put it, it is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy and creative expression and knowledge.
Yeah.